Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Season 2. Still waiting on a name. In last week's episode, we left off with Max being left alone to sightsee, and he did, but when nighttime came, he drank himself silly. When he came to the next morning, he found himself with a wicked hangover, sleeping in the same quarters as a pig that was still present. Scandalous. After which he threw up, left the pig pen and fell over a fence, only to throw up again. Then he realized he was outside of town and made his way back to Tavensburg, where he met Rupert and fell before him to throw up for a third time. How fun. After Rupert had helped Max recover, Max woke up the next day feeling ashamed and immediately apologized to Rupert for his boorish behavior, only to be laughed at by Rupert for not knowing that it is a time-honored tradition to get drunk on your first day in Tavensburg. After Rupert had cleared Max's conscience, he reminded him to see Yorick, leader of the Adventurers Guild, to start his adventure properly. Max did so and met face to face with the brute. And that is where we will continue with today's episode. After making an intimidating introduction, Yorick and Max shake hands as they meet for the first time and go deeper into the guild hall. When they enter the main hall, Yorick shows Max around it and its many perks and amenities. The mess hall, equipment room, own personal store, training yards and equipment, spell enchantment quarters, wizardry training grounds, smithing for personal use, alchemy stations along with their own potion shop, and so much more, dear lord. So, how do you like the place so far? Not too shabby, right? Max keeps quiet but nods like an excited child. Should you become a member, all of this will be of use to you at your disposal. But before we talk initiation, let us talk about you first. Come and step into my office. When they make it to the end of the room, they approach a giant skull of a dragon. To open it, Yorick grabs two separate teeth, pushes them up, and holds them. He then nudges to Max to move in. Max slowly moves in, but he keeps his jaw open as well. After Max enters the maw of the beast, Yorick casually drops it and leads the way to a black metal door. He pries it open with relative ease, but Max knew that if he tried to pull on that door, his arms would pop off like a Lego piece pulled from its body part. Shut it! Did you say something? No, I was just talking to myself. Okay, right this way then. They step into Yorick's office, where Yorick sits in a large custom-made chair made from assorted weapons, pelts, and scales that he's used and/or killed. Max sits across from him on a large chair that is comically way too big for him, as he only covers about half the chair's surface area. Between them is a large desk made from dragon scales, of various colors, shapes, and sizes. Alright, let's get started. What is your name, good sir? Max Dougal. And before you make your next comment, yes, I'm not from around these parts. So if we could skip that part and get to the nitty-gritty of what I need to do to become a full-fledged member of your fine guild, that would be swell. Yeah, I wasn't gonna ask you that. Frankly, I couldn't care less where you're from. Oh. What I was gonna ask you is, why do you want to join the Adventurers Guild? You don't seem to have that physicality to build muscles, so I already know that fighting for you is gonna be tough. Not to mention, your attire has no protection at all. It practically screams, "Come kill me, I'm an idiot!" And you don't look like you know how to fight either. Also, based on our handshake, I felt little to no mana or magical potential in you. Whenever I recruit or hire someone to the guild, usually they carry something in them that we can work with and help them further along in their adventure. You got nothing. So tell me, what would I benefit from recruiting you? Would it help my case if I said Rupert sent me? Not really, no. Rupert usually sends people our way. As good as it is for us to get more recruits, sometimes it's a little too much work, if you catch my drift. Well, crap. You know what, Yorick? I don't have the answer you're looking for. I was told that coming here, despite who you are and what you do, and your initiation fees, that this was the best place for me to start my adventure in aiding Galavandriel. But I can see that I offer no value, so I'm terribly sorry for wasting your time, and I'll just show myself out. Wait, hold on! What's this about an adventure in aiding Galavandriel? Is it another player skit that Rupert has come up with to help people during these trying times? If it is, count me out. If there's one thing I can't stand, it's actors. Big-time phonies. No, that's not what that is about. You see, I came here from another land, from another world, and I was sent here to help you and the people of Galavandriel during these hard times. What am I supposed to do? I don't know. Find the Fountain of Youth? Slay the King Dragon? Reunite the Heroes Party? Beats me, man. Rupert told me that you could help me in any way that makes traveling these lands easier for my adventure. You know, since you run the Adventurers Guild? Huh. Well, that does tickle my fancy, and it does give you an edge in getting my help. However, I still don't see any reason to recruit you. Yet. All those things you just mentioned, they've been done already. The fountain in the center of the town, that's the Fountain of Youth, but it's dried up. Slay the Dragon King? Well, whose jaw did I open to get to my office? And don't bother trying to recruit the Heroes Party. They've been dead for nearly a century now. But I do know of a pretty powerful person somewhere here in Galavandriel that might be willing to join you on your adventure. But in order for me to give you that information, I need to see your willingness and determination. I need to know that I'll be giving this top secret information to someone capable to learn it and set out to do good things with it. And how would I be able to prove my worth to you? Yorick pulls 5 sheets of paper out and throws them on the desk for Max to see. Oh, that part's easy. Just do some work around town for some of the locals. When you're done the work for them, get them to sign off on these sheets and bring them back to me when you're done. I'll give you 5, but you only need to bring back 3. On top of that, I'll help you with your first labor. My nephew, a whimsical little guy with a slight affinity for spectral tracings, has a little spot here in the guild. You can see him whenever you'd like. I'll let our agent at the front know that you, Max Dougal, can come and go without membership, but for the sole purpose of either meeting and working with my nephew Theodore, or meeting me with filled-out papers. Wow, okay. That is mighty gracious of you. Thank you, Mr. Yorick. Max grabs the papers, gets up, and is ready to leave to get started on his labors. Hold on a minute there, young man. I did say you need to prove your willingness and determination. And for you to show that, I'm giving you 1 week to complete this. If you fail to complete within 1 week, not only will I not give you the information that you so dearly need, but you will also be barred from entering my guild. Whoa there! That's a bit much, don't you think? Welcome to our world, young man. Life is cruel and Galavandriel is even crueler. I want to ensure that should you complete these labors, you're not only showing that you can do what I'm asking of, but you're also showing to everyone else who they can look up to. It also does reflect poorly on me if I recruit some nobody from another world only to come up short. You get it, right? All right, fair enough. Thank you for your time and offer, Yorick. I'll see you in a week. Yorick smiles at Max and nods to him as he watches him walk out of his office. A few seconds later, though, Max comes back and confuses Yorick. What, did you forget something? No, I just need your help opening the dragon mouth so I can leave. Oh, right. Pardon my ignorance. I thought we left here with me getting the upper hand. Yes, so did I. But then I saw the dragon mouth, and I couldn't help myself. You're a clever one. I'll give you that, Max Dougal. Yorick embarrassingly leaves his office to lift the jaw of the dragon to let Max out, so that he may begin his labors. And that's it for episode 4? Huh? That's a lot shorter than the last 3 episodes. Oh well, I guess thank you for coming by, folks, and we'll see you next week with episode 5. Have a good evening.